Well, she said she was gonna talk to me, a weekend trip on my end of the week.
She lies a lot. Welcome to Travel is Fun Tours, folks at home. We'll be starting in about 12, 13 minutes. We'll see you then. I don't know. Wendy keeps telling me she's got a plan, but she doesn't actually show me anything on paper. So I think the plan is up here floating around.
Oh, it's gonna be up there. And when it comes out, it's big, all time.
But there's a lot of work between here and actually having a tour.
Yeah. He was a good driver.
Yeah, I like that. When I go anywhere, that
No, not a break fire.
yeah, that was an MCA. It was a decent coach. No mechanical problems the whole trip.
Yeah, you don't know that.
The only big issue they sure
No.
when what it wasn't actually the mirror got broken, the framework of the mirror got knocked off. That is the outline of one of the ships they would build back in the day at the Maine Maritime Museum. We did. You only saw like 10% of it. There's the one thing I wanted to see on the whole tour.
What's that?
The Enterprise.
Yeah.
No, teenage. Where?
Oh, yeah.
That team. Had a good drive around DC. Saw the sights.
Okay. Oh, that was your main trip?
Yeah. Yeah, the original itinerary had us going to the Baltimore waterside, which, it's shopping, it's dining, and I swapped it out for the Air and Space Museum. And those who didn't really want to do the Air and Space, they had plenty of time to stroll around the mall there. Get some good pictures. The only thing we couldn't get a good look at was the White House. We couldn't get close enough to see the White House.
Yeah.
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 They don't do tours anymore, do they?
I don't know. I haven't even bothered to look into it. Because for a bus tour, the last time I looked into it, you'd have to get everybody's date of birth, social security number, copies of their IDs. And you got to turn that in like 3 months in advance for a tour. So show me one tour for Travel is Fun where everybody signed up 3 months in advance. Just ain't gonna happen. Exactly.
Councilman took care of all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way back in '89, I had a buddy at the Army Officer Basic Course.
Yeah.
And he set it up with his congressman for a bunch of us to tour the White House. That would have been first George Bush. Yeah. And then when I took the kids to DC, I worked with Bill Young's office. And we got to go sit to his office and sit at his desk. And one of his aides took us on the tour through the tunnel to the Capitol building.
Oh, you were through your tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah, that was all pretty interesting. Monday night. I'm almost recovered.
You're lucky because I'm not.
I've had 2 nights of 9 hour plus sleep. And I took my I did NyQuil. What's that? No, 11 days.
Oh, goodness sakes.
Well, and being a diamond tour, it's longer days. These are off the Facebook page that I think it was Annie Dwinell who set up. Cat Dwinell. Somebody on the bus actually set up a Facebook group so everybody on the bus could post their pictures. Yeah.
So what's going on with Marina Day?
Now their ship is still under repairs.
Put that on.
My hunch is it's probably missing a couple parts that they can't get their hands on.
Okay.
That's usually the case with something like that. But I don't know.
Take
Yeah. I actually framed my picture of it. That is one of the most beautiful pictures I ever took. Yeah. Our hotel was about 1.5 miles from there.
What in it?
For that.
I do. That was that woman tour guide in Portland. Or no, wait, I take that back. This was the tour guide in
Oh,
Kennebunk. This was not the tour guide who got the mirror knocked off the bus. It was a challenge. Poor Edwin.
I know. Some of these.
I'm just glad we were able to limp home with that mirror taped up. Yeah, I think that's off their webpage. That was a spectacular hotel. That is a, believe it, an Apache helicopter. That's at the Marine Corps Museum.
But
That's another view of the Marine Corps. That's an amazing museum.
my dad.
For an Army guy to admit that.
They had good drinks in there.
Yeah. Bring that.
I don't know where they are today.
Oh. Now this is a room. I want to make some. There it is right there.
And you can see it from the highway.
Sit here.
I was reading there. But it does. You see.
Oh,
Oh.
That's Iwo Jima made out of Legos.
I had a Lego.
Yeah.
But
Hi there.
yeah.
You could come by me.
I
I need supervision.
That's the truth.
What's that?
somewhere.
Let me see if I can round that up for you. Let me get the waitress for you. Okay.
Well, how long should it be? Oh, there's some differences.
Did you get any reading?
Tell
Very little, very little. I mean, it rained for like for like 5 minutes to stop.
Yeah.
Here you go, darling.
What's that?
This one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
No, mine was raspberry. This is just sound like I never know how much is in it. I'll never check my balance. I just. So said.
I think it's, yeah, I think it's.
Oh, I got you. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, lately.
So rising.
When you say. There you go.
Vicky always yells at me when I say.
On Friday. And then.
Welcome to my world. No, sometime in 2026, it sounds like. Yeah, I'm not sure what the holdup is. Probably permits.
I'm playing Buffy today.
I went to the Marina Day. I wanted to go to that night. They got the schedule, they say they still working on. You're up.
Share.
Did I do something wrong?
Wrote the place to be for this to do.
Okay, it's after one. It's only 1:30 and 56 seconds. Your watch is wrong. Mine is always correct. Mine is timed with the atomic clock in New Mexico. Resets every night at 2 in the morning. Don't argue time with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Travel is Fun Tours. If you don't know me, my name is Todd Kennedy, and we are going to talk about upcoming trips with Travel is Fun today. So Travel is Fun. We are a small family-owned business. We used to be around the corner. Now we're in South Pasadena, where they're urgently working on tearing down our old part of the building. Urgently, with my tongue in cheek. Ollie's got it. We are responsive to your needs. This is our family's only business. This is what we do. So we want you to be happy. We want you to tell your friends. We want you to bring strangers. We want lots and lots of people to go on the tours so that we can keep doing this until I am so old I can't do it no more. And then I will get a grandkid to start it. We are fully licensed and insured, and that is really important because there are a lot of fly-by-night travel agencies out there. It is so bad in the state of Florida that credit card companies don't like to give travel companies a credit card machine because there are so many out there that are scams and ripoffs. It doesn't take much to put an ad in the newspaper and say you're a travel agent. And then people start calling you and booking trips and writing you checks. And then what happens a lot of times is somebody who's done that, they look at the bank account, suddenly there's $200,000 in there. And that new car at the car lot looks pretty good. And fixing all the things in my house looks good. And they spend all your money. And then when it's time for your trip, where do they get the money to run the trip you paid for? They borrow it from another upcoming trip. And then they get into that cycle. And then if they hit a speed bump, like say shutting the entire country down for COVID for months, all that money dries up and they can't pay any refunds. So they go out of business and your money goes away. When COVID hit, Travel is Fun, we wrote about 150 grand in refund checks in 2 months and took care of everybody who had a trip scheduled that we had to cancel. So your money is safe with us. We take good care of you. We have over 40 years of experience. We've been doing this since I was a itty bitty, and I'll be doing it for another 40 years probably. We have up-to-date modern motor coaches. Mostly we use Mark's First Class, which are nice coaches. We also use Newman from time to time. And when we do a diamond tour, I get coaches from other companies. We just did a diamond tour. I got back Monday night from Maine and we had a great driver. His name was Edwin. And we had a really wonderful time with him. And his coach didn't have any hiccups.
Yeah.
Other than Mike. Well, we did break a rear view mirror off, but that wasn't the bus company's fault or Edwin's. We do multi-day tours, as you can see. So we go all over the country. We go way out west. We've been out to the Grand Canyon and Alaska, and we've gone to Mount Rushmore. We got to Texas. So we travel all the country. We do usually 2 or 3 multi-day tours in a month. And those are anywhere from 2 days up to 3 weeks. We haven't hit 3 weeks in a while. About the max I think we've done lately is maybe 14 days. Destinations are all over the country, like I say, Washington, D.C. and Lancaster, Savannah. If you see the sheets that are pastel colors, those are the trips we build ourselves. I don't have any diamond tours out right now, but those diamond tours, you'll see them. Those are on the full color sheets. We do lots of day trips too. And that's just what it sounds like. We take you out for the day. We go to all kinds of destinations, dinner theaters, casinos, shopping, concerts, fairs, museums, all of that stuff. It will detail on the white sheet. You want to get one of these white sheets. And it'll give you an idea if it's an evening time tour. Most things are during the day. If it includes lunch, it'll tell you. If it includes dinner, it'll tell you. We do have a travel club. The cost is $18 for new members. It is not a requirement for going on our tours. Everybody is welcome on the bus. All the travel club does for you is it puts you on the mailing list. So it'll get you all the flyers mailed to you each month. You get a name tag and you get $2 off your trips. If you are okay using the computer or your smartphone, you can access all of this information off of our website 24 hours a day, anytime you want. You can also get on our website and get our departure times for all of our trips. You can buy insurance. You can subscribe to our email list. You can do a lot on the website. So bottom line with Travel is Fun, we're always going to be friendly and courteous and very informative. Keep you comfortable and happy. Although I will tell you, Florida drivers, when we get into cold weather, sometimes they need a couple minutes to figure out how to turn on the heat because they probably never turned the heat on the bus before. Poor Edwin, he took about 5-10 minutes to get the bus warmed up when we got up to Maine and it started getting a little chilly in the morning. The low temperatures we had up there was low 40s maybe a few mornings, but by 9 o'clock it was probably 60, 70. So most of the day was quite nice. So it's time for some fun. We're going to do our Where in the World contest. I'm going to show you a picture of a place Travel is Fun has gone before. The winner gets $25 off their next trip. Don't yell out the answer unless you're Ed and being obnoxious and he's yelling out the wrong answer to try and trick you. Don't trust Ed. Best answer wins the prize. So the more you write, if you're correct, the better your chances. No phone a friend or smartphones. 1 win per calendar year. Who's won so far this year? Okay, you guys can't win the 25, but I have other goodies for you. I'll,
You sign, yeah, take it because.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So put your name on there. I have other stuff to give away. We'll have some goodies for you, even if you don't win the 25. So you guys ready to see your clue? Here it comes. I'm gonna get out of the way. There it is. Remember, don't yell it out. If you think you know it. Because if you yell it out and you're right, you might be the only one. Then all of a sudden, there's 10 people who got the right answer. You just gave it away. All right, staring at that anymore isn't gonna help you. You don't know it, you don't know it. So we're gonna talk about upcoming trips. So for the rest of October, here's what we got going on. Friday, we got the Suncoast Primates. I need just a couple more to go. We would love to have you do it. Wendy's supposed to be taking that one. And she would really like to go on a trip with you, but we need 3, 4 more to make that a go. So please sign up with Miss Ollie at the end of the day. It's going to go to the Suncoast Primate Sanctuary, which is up off the Pinellas Trail up towards Tarpon Springs. And that is where Bubbles, Michael Jackson's chimp, retired. Still there, still being a chimp. And we're also going to include lunch at the Tarpon Turtle on Lake Tarpon, which is a real nice meal.
Good.
The October 11th dinner theaters, those are all scrubbed. We ran into an issue with ticketing on Rat Pack and then didn't have enough to run the rest of the bus. I'm sorry?
Primates.
Yes, I made a mistake doing the slides yesterday. I had one day to get all this done. Thank you for forgiving me.
We didn't say we.
It should be it should be yellow. I just didn't fix it. Winter Park does not look like that's going to happen. The 12th, Tuesday, the 14th, though, May Stringer House, that one also just needs, I think, 2 more people to be a go. And that's going to be going with Wendy up to Brooksville to a beautiful house that you do need to go up some stairs to get to the second level, but it's a beautiful historic house. They've got ghost stories to tell you, and it's going to include lunch at it is Florida Cracker Kitchen just around the corner, and they are really good too. The lunch bunch this month will be at Ozona Blue, where you too can see Ed jump in the pool in his Speedo. He's promised. October 19th, that's going to be fall foliage. That's going up to the Smoky Mountains for some fall color. We were seeing some fall color on the way home in that vicinity. So I'm thinking by October 19th, you got a good chance of seeing some. The October 27th, Blue Angels, doesn't look like that's going to happen. I don't think I even have 10 people on there. So unless there's a huge rush, that's probably not happening. Then October 30th. Now, this one I expect a rush on. They just actually today is the grand opening day for the Moat Sea Aquarium down in Sarasota. It is right next to the University Town Center. So we have a combo there. You can either go to the aquarium or do shopping at the University Town Center. And it is a beautiful brand new aquarium, literally opening today. And they transferred all of their animals from the old aquarium to the new one. And it is just a beautiful building. I managed to get some pictures of the inside of it while it was under construction. And you could see where they were putting in the murals and tile work. And it's just gorgeous. It'll be well worth the trip. So go get there while the paint's still fresh. November 1st, we've got Kirby Farms 6-gun territory. And that's anybody go to those things when you were a kid? They had stagecoaches, cowboys, and Indians. Yeah. That's a good honeymoon. That's fun. I would have liked that. It reminds me of when I was a kid, we went to a place called Ponderosa. So they'll have food trucks and concessions up there and shows for you and a lot of entertainment. and that'll be a real nice day out. It is a good ways away, so it'll be a bit of a drive. November 2nd to 4th, we're going to Key West and the Everglades. This is a really good one. You got 2 nights at this Fairfield Inn on Marathon Key, halfway down the Keys. So day 1, we'll be driving down to the Keys. You'll do some touring in the Everglades. We'll get to the hotel. The hotel has an on-site waterfront restaurant, so you can dine right there. It is close to the 7 Mile Bridge. So day 2, after breakfast included, you're going to hop on the bus, head down to the Keys. Since we're so close in this case, you're going to be in Key West by about 10 a.m. So you'll have the whole day to kill in Key West. They've got the Duval shuttle to take you around to all the attractions, like the Hemingway House, full of those weird mutant 6-toed cats, and the Mel Fisher Treasure Museum. And they have an aquarium and a lot of other things to see and do. Lots of good shopping. If you would like to see iguanas in the wild, where I would recommend you go is to the old fort down there. There's an old Civil War era fort, and they do great tours there, but the place is surrounded by trees and brush, and the iguanas hang out down there because people throw them food, and they get big. They get 5-6 feet long. They're probably not super friendly. I wouldn't try to pat one because they're not real domesticated. My iguana used to be very friendly. She was a sweetheart. I wouldn't recommend it. And we're going to stay through the sunset ceremony, and then we'll head home on day 3. So that is our Key West. Now, this is a dynamite price for such a nice resort and a great trip. You'll see again, we're doing the exact same itinerary in January, but the price is going to be a bit higher in January because that's going to be tourist season. So if you'd like Key West, this is the one to grab. The one in January is going to cost you more. November 6th, we've got Suncoast Broadway up in Hudson. They're doing $1 Million Quartet, and you're so sneaky. We're going to do $1 Million Quartet up in Hudson at the Suncoast Broadway. And that is the true, honest to gosh story of the night that'll live in history when Johnny Cash and Elvis Presley and Carl Perkins and Jerry Lee Lewis all hung out in a recording studio together the whole night, telling stories and singing songs. Now they've taken a little bit of a liberty with the musical. For this one, they're substituting a few of the songs from the original musical to be Christmas songs, but songs well known by these fantastic performers. Food's great up there, and they get a nice piece of cheesecake for dessert, and they got a good cash bar. November 7th, we'll take you up to Tarpon Springs for their seafood festival. So they're going to have street vendors on the street. They'll have all the restaurants and shops will be open. November 7th, the weather should be just perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. Just a nice day to be strolling around Tarpon Springs and having a good time. November 8th, this one I've had requested for the last few years, and I finally managed to get it on the schedule and get it planned out. That is the Ring Sarasota Bell Concert. So they have a whole bell choir, and they play music on the bells. They will have I believe it's a wind quartet playing with them according to the Lori sheet. And that's going to include lunch at Der Dutchman. So that'll be quite a nice treat for you. It's going to be basically a Veterans Day concert too, because I think Veterans Day is right around there. November 13th, we're doing Ruth Eckerd Hall for Mannheim Steamroller. We did them last year, but it was at the outdoor theater in Clearwater, the Sound. This time it'll be indoors at Ruth Eckerd Hall. And I will tell you, if you want this one, I need you to book it ASAP because the theater is starting to lean on me for those seats. And if I have to give up the seats, I might not be able to get them back. So if you're going to wait till November 12th, chances are I'm not going to get you in. November 15th, we're going to go to Winter Haven for the Haven Holiday Market. Was it something I said?
Probably.
Ed's tired of Marina's abuse. She's mean to him. We're gonna go to Haven, Winter Haven for the Haven Holiday Market. So a nice small town floor. They got over 250 different vendors that'll be set up there. So if you need some holiday decorations or cheer, that's a good place to go. Myrtle Beach is coming. That is a 6-day tour up to Myrtle Beach, 16th to the 21st. 10 meals included. That's all your breakfasts and all your dinners. How much more could you ask? You just got to cover lunch. We got 3 nights at the Beach Cove Resort, where every room faces the ocean. 2 nights at the Drury Inn Plaza in Savannah. You get some low country touring. Barefoot Queen dinner cruise. I think that's a paddle wheel or 2, if I remember right. And 3 dinners and 3 Christmas shows while you're up there. Lunch Bunch in November will be at the Lucky Dill. And again, Lunch Bunch, if you've never been on one, if it's your birthday in November, girls are going to get a tiara and the boys will get a crown, and everybody gets beads with a birthday card on there. We sing happy birthday and do our darndest to embarrass you. And we have a great time. And the restaurant's really good. They are a Brooklyn style sandwich shop. So they've got fantastic Reubens there. And one of the things I put on the menu, they do an open face turkey sandwich, kind of a Thanksgiving theme. And dessert's going to be a big monster cookie. And the bakery, you'll probably buy some extra stuff at that bakery to take home. Unless if you're tougher than me, maybe not. November 22nd, we've got Arcadia Antiques. And that's a beautiful little town south of here across the Skyway. And they do a big antique show right on the street. A lot of nice restaurants and shops down there. Then November 27th, if you want to go out for Thanksgiving with us, this will be like a noontime luncheon cruise on the Starlight Sapphire out of South Pasadena. And we do need you again to book this one early because the boat is filling up and these guys are leaning on me to lock that in. So again, if you wait until mid-November to book it, might be too late. And that's the end of November. So to tickle you guys this month, I have Animated Travel is Fun employees. I got busy with AI and computer stuff a couple weeks ago. So let's see. First up is Dad and Lori. So that's my dad as a cartoon. There were different animation styles you could do, but when I used this one picture of Dad, in the original picture, he doesn't look terrified, but all of his animated versions look like they're just ready to run and cry. So there's Lori. Lori came out better. That's kind of nice on her. Velma. Lori would make a good Velma. There's Dad again. Dad looks a little happier there.
That's a good one.
That's my Disney style, Dad. There's Lori in Disney style. Or maybe Pixar. There's another Dad. All right, December 3rd, jumping into December to get you in the holiday spirit. We're going to do a Christmas lights cruise. It's going to start with dinner at Catch's Waterfront Restaurant. One of your choices for dinner is steak and lobster. So that explains the price. We were looking to do their platinum dinner plan was not that much more than their base dinner plan. So we stretched the budget a little bit. We're going to do the really nice dinner. After dinner, you're going to go on a beautiful little boat, and Captain is going to take you around the Coatee River, I'm sorry. And you're going to see some Christmas lights. We'll go out in the Gulf a little bit. He's going to play some music on the boat for you. He'll have hot chocolate. We're going to have special Christmas cookies for you and maybe some other treats too. So should be a really nice evening. There are only 38 seats on the boat, so the whole trip is limited to 38. So go ahead and book that good and early so we don't lose out. Now we got 2 St. Augustines coming. I'm going to go through the itinerary for this one. This one is, I think, within a couple seats of sold out. Let me see. St. Augustine. Yeah, I could probably put 3 more on this first one right now It was sold out for a little bit, then we had cancellations. So here's how St. Augustine works. Day one, we board the bus in the morning here in Pinellas County. We drive out east. We're going to stop for a lunch in Palm Coast. Then we get to St. Augustine. We'll do a driving tour on the bus and show you all the sites that you're going to want to look at while you're there. That includes the Castillo de San Marcos, the fort, the Spanish colonial village, the Ripley's Believe It or Not. There's a winery tour, a distillery tour, chocolate factory. Don't know if they have Oompa Loompas or not. What else? The Leitner Museum, Flagler College. Yeah, the mission.
No, Grace.
That's it.
Do I win?
I couldn't. Yes, you win. I couldn't quite pull that one out. So we'll do a driving tour, show you where all the sites are, the Fountain of Youth, of course. And then we go back, check into our hotel. Now the hotel, welcome back, Ed. We missed you.
That was hotel I was waiting for.
That's okay. Do you have a guilty conscience?
It's right.
That was a good call. Good. We're gonna go to our hotel for 2 nights. That's the Southern Oaks Inn. It's an older property. It's not brand new, but they keep it nice and clean. They do a real good Southern breakfast. And they have a shuttle that runs from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every half hour. The one downside there is when we booked it, they didn't have a lot of ground floor rooms left available. So most of our rooms will be upstairs and there's not an elevator. But you're only going up and down them stairs a couple times. So that is, and then after we check into the hotel, we go to dinner at Carrabba's, then we go back to downtown. And for me, the centerpiece of the whole trip, we're going to get on the trolley. We're going to ride around St. Augustine, see the millions of Christmas lights they've got everywhere. We'll have carols playing on the trolley. We'll sing along. They're going to give you funky glasses that make the lights look like snowflakes. And then we're going to tuck you in for the night and get you a good night's sleep. Day 2, you're on your own. After breakfast, the bus will take you to downtown, and then the shuttle will run all day. The bus will run a few times too, and you can do whatever you want, sun up to sundown. There are a lot of great restaurants in St. Augustine, so that's why we don't include another meal, because we want to give you a chance to go to the Columbia or one of the other really good restaurants. Day 3, after breakfast, you'll leave a little earlier, and then we're going to head downtown again for the Christmas parade, which features everybody. Everybody in St. Augustine is in this parade. And if you want to bring along a camp chair, that's not a bad idea because there's not a ton of seating, and the parade's a good 2-hour parade. But when I say everybody's in the parade, I ain't kidding. After that, we'll head out of town, have lunch on the way home, and that is your St. Augustine. So I went through that so that when we get to the next St. Augustine, I don't have to do it all again, unless you want me to. December 4th, we've got the Off-Broadway Palm Dinner Theater down in Fort Myers. They're doing the Winter Wonderettes, and this is the story of a quartet of girls, kind of like the Andrews Sisters, singing Christmas songs and putting on a show sponsored by a national hardware store chain. So it kind of takes you back to the days when you were a kid. You look forward to Thanksgiving and all the Christmas specials on TV. Again, the food down there is fantastic. It's in the Off-Broadway Palm, so you see the show in the smaller theater that has regular theater seating. You'll have lunch in a dining room kind of like this. So that's Winter Wonderettes. December 5th, we're going to Solomon's Castle. And Solomon's Castle is a fantastic Florida tourist trap. No better way to say it. It is, it's basically a house. It started just as a regular house that Howard Solomon moved into. I think he was on his second or third wife when he moved into that house. And he finished with 7. I think he's tied with Elizabeth Taylor. Did she hit 7 too? Was she 8?
Yeah, but she married one guy twice.
Well, that doesn't count then. Howard Tideweather's in my book. Anyway, Howard was a Russian immigrant when he was a little kid, and he took this house and started building turrets on it and stained glass windows. And one day he was at the junkyard because that's where he got materials for his art. He's at the junkyard and he picks up a whole load of these shiny metal plates from a printing plant. And he gets to the house and starts nailing them on the outside of the house like shingles. So the whole house shines like Camelot. Then he got busy with his backhoe and put if you got a castle, you have to have a moat. So he dug a moat next to the house. And then he built a moat in the moat. And that's the restaurant where you're going to have lunch. And the lunch is meatloaf or chicken and yellow rice made by Mr. Solomon's son-in-law and daughter. And they are very good cooks. And so it's a spectacular trip. Wendy is dying to take you guys on this one. So please make her day and go with her and have a good time.
If y'all haven't been, it's interesting.
It really is neat. He had a goofy sense of humor, kind of like me. So all of his artworks have a name that's kind of tongue in cheek or kind of a really bad pun. And the kids do a very good tour for you.
In the bathrooms, rooms to go.
Yeah, forgot that. Yeah, he's got a sign from rooms to go pointing to the bathrooms. Get it? Rooms to go.
Yeah.
I'll explain it to you later, Ed. I should put you on the payroll, man. You wouldn't say no? All right, so this is my second St. Augustine Lights. This one, no Christmas parade. They're only going to do it once for you. This one is the same itinerary except for the Christmas parade I just went through with you. However, on day 3, after lunch in St. Augustine, then we're going to drive down to Daytona Beach. And we're going to take a tour of the Daytona Speedway, which, even if you're not a fan of car racing, it is a really cool tour. It's very interesting. One of the fun things they do is they pull up near where it's banked really high and let you have a chance to try and walk up the bank. And I am out there making sure I don't have people falling down. What's that? They didn't let you do it last time?
Wow, that one time they did.
Bumpy was telling us about it all looking forward to it and then didn't want to show it.
Were you with me?
No.
With Dad?
That probably explains it right there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have sent her on one alone. Well, I'll double check that, but that's really cool. So we will go check into our hotel, which is right next to the Speedway. After dinner on your own that night, because there's restaurants all around, we'll get back on the coach. We're going to drive out to the beach, drive the bus on the beach, because Daytona Beach is one of the only beaches you could drive on in the state. And then after dark, we're going to go back to the Speedway and go around the track a couple times because they've got the whole track decorated with Christmas lights in archways with interactive music and animation. And that'll be a ton of fun. And then we'll make our way home on day 4. So this one's a 4-day trip instead of 3. December 11th, we've got Gaylord Palms. Now, this is the Gaylord that's in Orlando. This is a 1-day trip. We're going to get out there and have an early dinner at the Villa de Flora restaurant in the Gaylord Palms. Then you'll have some free time to explore the hotel. The hotel will all be decorated like that, just gorgeous for the holidays. If you want the additional ticket to go see the ice exhibit, what they do is they turn down the AC to 90 degrees. It's even colder than in here. And they, in fact, that's going on right now. They shut down a whole side of the hotel in the conference rooms. They close it down, bring in these coolers, cool it down. They bring in tons of ice. They bring in sculptors from around the world to sculpt this ice. The theme this year is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like that. And so for $30, you can go do that. They do loan you a parka, so you don't freeze in there. But they don't have hats, and they don't have pockets on the parkas, so bring a hat and gloves. if you want to do that. Later in the evening, we've got a Cirque du Soleil style show. We've got VIP seats set aside for that one. So that should be fantastical. And then we head home. So that is your day at Gaylord Palms. Now, if you want to do the big Gaylord, we're going to send you out to Nashville to Gaylord Opryland. Similar hotel. It's got great big decorated atriums and waterways inside. Gorgeous hotel. You're going to stay at Drury Hotels in Morrow and Valdosta on the way up and back. We got 3 nights at the Gaylord Opryland Resort and live music with your breakfast every morning. And they put on a spectacular breakfast there. If Wendy was here, she would tell you all about the what's the whiskey? Jack Daniel's sauce that they put on the bread pudding. I think she just wanted the Jack Daniel's sauce. So she could care less about the bread pudding. You're going to have a lunch on the General Jackson paddle wheeler, a show at the Country Christmas dinner show in the Opryland Hotel. You're going to go, and that's in the hotel. You'll just walk from your hotel room down the hall. The year I did it, we just walked down one hall, up 6 steps, and we were there. And then you get the Nashville Nightlife Dinner Show. They also have a shuttle that'll take you from the hotel to downtown Nashville. So if you got some free time and you want to go hang out at the Honky Tonks or see the original Grand Ole Opry or the Country Music Hall of Fame, all of those things are available to you too. Also, December 14th at Suncoast Broadway Dinner Theater, we've got Sun Kicks. So if you missed the Rockettes, who remembers when the Rockettes used to tour and we went to see them every year? Well, they quit touring a long time ago. So this is a show based on the Rockettes and a kick line. And it's the story of these girls who tour the country doing a Rockette style show. So they'll have a lot of great music and entertainment and good food and a cash bar and dessert. December 18th, wrapping up the year's lunch bunches with going back to Lakeland to the Reese Cliff Diner. Voted #1 by all my lunch bunch folks. So it's really good food, great service. They don't fool around there. And it's actually kind of historic. I think the restaurant is close to 100 years old. Since 1934. So it's over 90 years old. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Custom plus line of was cut off.
Good. It should be 129, I believe. But thank you for pointing that out. I'll get Lori to fix that. It's probably wrong on the website too then.
Yeah, it looks like that was line.
Yeah, something got cut off there. Not sure why. Hey, Ollie, could you make a note of that for me? The Sun Kicks needs the price on the white sheet. December 14th.
I will.
Yeah,
Okay. What's the?
might be. Yeah. I'm just trying to go by memory, so we'll make sure it's correct on the website. Yes, ma'am. That is in Lakeland on Florida Boulevard.
The food is really good.
And we'll do a little driving tour of Lakeland because I used to live there for a while. And it'll be the closeout so those folks who've been on all or almost all of the lunch bunches are going to get a special attendance prize for the year. And I think it's a nice one this time. I think they'll really like it. Ed's looking at it. No, it's not a custom embroidered Speedo.
Oh,
December 25th, Dad's going to take you on Tropical Christmas. That is going down to Fort Myers, staying at our favorite Holiday Inn Express down there. They take such good care of us. 6 meals included. That's all your meals. 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, 2 dinners. 3 days, 2 nights. You're going to see A Christmas Story, the musical at the Broadway Palm. You're going to see the Naples Princess Lunch Cruise and see how the rich and famous live down there in Naples. Lunch at Der Dutchman and more. Then December 28th, we've got the Sailor Circus, and that's down in Sarasota. This one's a little unique. No meal. because it's timed perfect. It's a 2 p.m. show. So we'll leave after lunch, get you home in time for dinner. The Sailor Circus, if you don't know about them, this is high school students from Sarasota High School. Their mascot is the Sailors. So they actually can take an elective course in circus arts at their high school. And retired circus performers come and teach them. And so several times a year, they put on the circus at their own arena. They do have air conditioning and heating in there now. For years, they did not. Okay, that's the end of that. So time for some more animated travel is fun. You ready for this? Here comes some more.
Did she know about that one?
I showed her. She didn't murder me or nothing. There's Dad looking terrified again. I think this one is a Disney style, Wendy. The website I was using had all different styles you could do.
Hey, Eric.
Well, yeah. Oh, you should have seen her at the Air and Space Museum. She ran into some girl who was maybe in her 20s or 30s with blue hair, and they bonded like they never before. Okay, there's Dad again. That's anime, Dad. There's anime Wendy. Notice how open her mouth is. That really captures Wendy. Here's another Dad for you. Okay, wrapping up the year, we've got New Year's, and I'm super excited about this New Year's. It's different than anything we've done for many, many years on New Year's. It's 3 days, 2 nights. This time it's going down to Fort Lauderdale. Day one, we'll start out with lunch at the Hollywood Hard Rock Cafe, and you'll have some time to explore the casino there. We just did that one on our mystery tour we did a few months ago, and everybody really loved that place. It was great. I tried to get us staying there, but the cost of those hotel rooms was just through the roof, especially on New Year's Eve. We're going to have a guided tour of Fort Lauderdale. We're going to visit Las Olas Boulevard. That's kind of the Beverly Hills Rodeo Drive of Fort Lauderdale. You'll have a rodeo. See, I don't fit in. Yeah, nothing you can afford. But we will have our lunch stop there, so hopefully we can find something affordable. We'll have a cruise of, we call it the Venice of Florida, which is the waterfront there in Fort Lauderdale. We're going to have a luau for New Year's Eve. We're going to have included lunch in Tin City on the way home. So great way to bring in the new year. Yes, ma'am. It's on the flyer for it. Is it La Quinta? Yeah. It's a La Quinta in Fort Lauderdale. All right, so jumping into January, that's what you all came for. January 8th, come say goodbye to Barry Manilow. He's doing his final tour, and that'll be at Benchmark Auditorium, recently known as Amalie. And jump on those tickets quick, because that one's going to sell out before you know it. Here's my other Key West. It's the same as the other Key West. Exactly the same itinerary, just a little more money because it's in tourist season there. January 13th, we've got the fantastic Herb Alpert in concert at Ruth Eckerd Hall. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, one of the very best trumpet players I've ever heard. And I love some good brass instruments in the music. It is an evening performance. Yes, ma'am.
Guess I'll have to. You'll have a whole bunch of.
I hope we get a bunch of you to go. Lunch Bunch in January. We're going to go to Carmine's in Ybor. That's a brand new restaurant. I think Buffy might have been the one who suggested it. Well, new to us. It's new to Lunch Bunch. Buffy, I think several people have suggested it. Buffy's just one of them. January 17th, we got Tampa Bay Downs. Haven't been there in years and years. This is their 100th anniversary year, 2026. So a good time to go. We're going to have lunch At the buffet upstairs, it's enclosed and air conditioned or heated, depending on the day. You can go out in the stands and watch the race up close. I love standing there when the horses go thundering by because you can just feel it in your chest, those hooves hitting the ground. And the food is just fantastic. Usually they let me pick somebody to go down on the track and give the award to the winner of one of the races. Because they usually have like a travel is fun race when we do that. That's kind of fun. So if you're nice to me and I'm on the tour, you might get to go down on the track. If you're mean to me, Ed,
You know, I quit.
then I got a job for you that involves a shovel. January 18th, we got Blue Man Group. They're going to be at the Straz. I've been holding out for Blue Man Group because they're supposed to have a theater opening at the Icon Center, but I talked to them a couple weeks ago and they have no idea when that's opening. So they are touring and they're going to be at the Straz. If you haven't seen the Blue Man Group, you should go see them. They're a bunch of guys with heads haircut, but they're painted blue. And they play incredible music and they got crazy performances. And you can actually get on the stage with them. They do pull people out of the audience. They've picked a few of our folks in the past. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They don't talk. There's no talking. So it's a really good tour. Now, that one's early afternoon. We also have Ruth Eckerd Hall that evening. They've got a Michael Jackson performance at Ruth Eckerd. And that should be a lot of fun, a lot of great tunes there. January 22nd, we got a show called Unnecessary Farce. That'll be down south at the Broadway Palm. There's actually 2 shows that day. This is one of those screwball comedies with 2 clueless cops, a crooked mayor, a bumbling hitman, and a tangled web of mistaken identities collide in this fast-paced comedy. So there's an undercover sting in a hotel room. Things go wrong, doors slam, clothes disappear, and the jokes never stop. So again, that is in the off-Broadway Palm Theater. So theater seating and lunch in the dining room. The other theater is doing Fiddler on the Roof, one of the best musicals ever. Great songs like Sunrise, Sunset, yeah, Matchmaker. What else? I'm trying to remember. If I Were a Rich Man. Oh, yeah. Tradition. So a lot of great tunes. And this one's in the main dining hall. So you'll be sitting at the regular tables for that show. January 24th, we're going to the St. John's River Ship. Yes, the price has gone up a bit. The cost of the buses is up for 2026. And the cost of the boat went up. But since Marina Jacks seems to not have their boat in the water, we're going to give it a try, see if we can get enough folks to go. It is a beautiful cruise on St. John's River on a paddle wheeler, and the food is fantastic, and they take great care of us, and it's beautiful scenery.
If they get the timeline.
Now, maybe by December, maybe not. Wendy's going to take you shopping, and she's going to Shopping with Wendy shops at Wiregrass and Tampa Premium Outlets. And you'll want to go with her because Wendy likes to give all my money away on her shopping trips. So she gives prizes and cash prizes and goodies and has contests, and make sure you guys have lots and lots of fun while you're shopping. Then January 28th, we're going to do our old Circle the Bay. We're going to go down to Apollo Beach and visit the manatees at the Tico Energy Center down there. We will actually circle the bay. We'll go across the Skyway and then come back up 75. Yeah. We're going to do lunch at Fred's in Riverview, and we're going to visit Ybor City for a little driving tour there. So that'll be a nice trip. Then finally, I'm super excited about this one. We're going to go to the Mahaffey to see Penn and Teller. Who here has never seen Penn and Teller? They are fantastic. They are illusionists. I don't want to call them magicians because they punch me. They don't believe in magicians because they know there's no such thing as magic. and they actually go around and expose people who try to act like they're real magicians when they're not. They're illusionists. They also had a TV show on HBO that I can't tell you the name of. The initials are BS, but they would go around and find different scammers and expose them. It was a really good show, but they're hilarious. Part of the shtick of the show is Penn Jillette there, the tall one. He does all the talking, and Teller doesn't say anything during the whole show. So it is really neat. I have been waiting years to see them. I hope a whole bunch of you will go, so I get to go with you and go see Penn and Teller. Because I don't think it's a show you'll ever forget. They are amazing. All right, a little more animated travel is fun, and then a few more trips. I can rest my voice. Who's that guy?
You?
Yeah, that's a great one, isn't it? I like that one better. That's Disney, Todd.
Yeah, really.
I don't. I beg your pardon. That looks just like me. How about that one?
Looks like you.
This is what it is, yeah.
Oh.
There's anime, Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a-
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know. That one makes me look really old.
Oh, that's cute. That's about all.
Okay, here's what we got for 2026 for you. I didn't get to put the slide in here for Key West, or did I? Did I talk Key West?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave you Key West in January, didn't I? Okay, so the other 2026 trips coming up. We're going to have a 2-day Kennedy Space Center. Day one, we're going to have a lunch stop at Disney. Yeah, space. Yeah, it's on there
Yeah, it's on there.
on the multi days. That's okay. You were so excited that you copied. So we're gonna be. Well, you're not speeding things up at all.
Confused because you got just December 24th, they don't have December 24th cool on that.
Yeah.
That's how I made things.
Well, we'll be spending one night at this new Titusville Comfort Inn. It's only been built, I think, in the last 6 or 8 months, so it's pretty new. And it's conveniently located. We'll stop for lunch at Disney Springs. Then we're going to go to the Sands Space History Center. That's this museum here. It's a smaller museum, but it's a really good historical museum, and they got great docents there. The last docent we had was a guy who was an engineer for NASA, starting with the Mercury program and all the way through the space shuttle. And he had some stories. He had some stories I can't repeat. But we'll do that. Then we're going to get to the hotel, get checked in. You can either stay at the hotel, there's dining near the hotel, or the bus will take you down to Cocoa Beach, where we'll go to Ron John Surf Shop and Cocoa Beach Surf Company, which has a beautiful restaurant with really nice aquariums in it. And then get back to the hotel. Then day two will be a full day at Kennedy Space Center. We're going to be there from the minute they open the gates till they kick us out. So you'll have the full day. Yeah, they open at 9. They kick us out at 5. We won't be stopping for dinner on the way home. So if you want to bring something on the bus, that's what I would recommend. And if you haven't been to Kennedy Space Center, even in the last couple of years, they've opened a lot of new exhibits, a lot of great things to see. And who knows, good chance we'll see a rocket take off. As much stuff as they're launching these days. There's something going up every few days. Next is San Antonio, March 20th to 27th, 8 days. And we're going to be staying in a Drury Inn right on the Riverwalk. You stumble out the back door of the hotel, and the Riverwalk's right there. Don't stumble too much because there ain't a railing on the Riverwalk because you could stumble right into the river. So we don't want that.
It's Bush,
Is who?
Bushman
Bushman? I don't know
from
who.
Facebook.
Huh?
He dresses up
As a bush?
uh-huh,
Yes.
and then he jumps out of the flower pots and people.
Oh, good God.
Okay, Don.
Well, thanks for helping me sell the trip, Ed. Don't worry, I am a trained lifeguard in Boy Scouts, so if Bushman scares you into the river, I'll come get you.
He never,
Well, not pushed, no,
oh no, he's never seen anybody in them.
no. So we're gonna have a boat ride around the Riverwalk. That's gonna pick us up right out back of the hotel. We'll go all the way around. We're going to get to go to the Alamo. We're gonna get to see this cute little kitty because she lives at the Alamo and she's in charge. And her name is Miss Isabella Bella Francisca Veramendi de Valera. Most people just call her Bella. We'll go to the Mission Concepcion. We're going to go to the Johnson Space Center in Houston. We'll go see Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin's houses on the way. We're going to stay, one of the Drury Inns we're staying in is going to be the Houston Galleria, which is next to the Houston Galleria, one of the biggest shopping centers in the state of Texas. That'll be dinner on your own that night. We got a narrated cruise on the Riverwalk. We'll go to the El Mercado Mexican Market and a whole bunch more stuff. And it's Drury's most of the way through this one. You're gonna love this trip. Oh, and on the way home, we're gonna have a quick stop in New Orleans. That's to whet your appetite for May. In May, we're gonna go to New Orleans. That's gonna be a 5-day trip. And we're gonna have a step-on guide named Steven. We're going to, there's Jackson Square. We're gonna drop you off by Cafe Du Monde in Jackson Square. We're gonna have a Sunday brunch cruise on the Natchez on the Mississippi River. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna be staying at the Drury Plaza, right by the French Quarter, right next to the trolley route. They've got like an electric trolley that runs all through town. So you can ride that all over the place. Plenty of free time in the French Quarter. We're going to go to Mardi Gras World, and we got that Sunday jazz brunch. So that's going to be a spectacular trip. All right, that's the end of that. Today's holidays, Fluffernutter Day. Who knows what a Fluffernutter is? That's like a cookie, right?
Right.
Peanut butter. Oh my God. I think I'm going to stick with a pierogi then. That's like a Boston thing, ain't it? Yeah. It's Octopus Day if you want to have a lovely pet that can escape and tear up your house. Alvin York Day. Who knows who Alvin York is? He was a hero. Was he World War I or World War II? Anybody remember? Yeah. I thought he was World War II. It's Shelter Dog Day, and I hope you had salmon for lunch because it's Salmon Day. Who has questions for me? I know a couple of y'all are new.
Not a question, but on your website, you still have your old average.
On the website? Where? On the website?
Yeah,
We'll look at that.
you know, when you Google travel is funny, it comes up. Right there, there's a whole message of the travel places. It says travel is fun, Tyrone Boulevard, St. Peter.
So it's not my website, it's the
No.
Google listing.
And change that or you have.
I have a couple times. I don't know why they keep changing it back. But yeah, I have gone in and changed that with Google. Shows right there. Yeah,
Oh, God, bless you.
I don't know why it's coming up wrong.
Oh,
I'll take a look at that though. Who else has a question? Yes. I heard Dad and Lori mumbling about it yesterday, but I was very busy and I didn't get all the details. So I know they've got a plan B in case things aren't opened up in time. But as we discussed earlier, by the 19th, the 20th, we'll be approaching record shutdown time. So hopefully it's all resolved before then. Yeah.
Well, 3 guys went over to the bad, the good side, really. but they feel it's a bad thing. They come on over, so maybe tomorrow.
They'll keep working on them. Any other questions? Going once, going twice. Nothing from Ed? Ed's tired. That looks like he's gonna fall asleep. All right. So next month's meeting back here, November 12th, bring a friend, bring 2 or 3 friends. And let's see what Holly got for me.
Well, I found this and almost threw it away in the bag. So you'll get a whipping.
How'd that get in the bag? Oh, you stole it when I was up here.
Oh, bull roar.
Okay. No, I had it sitting right there. I guarantee you it wasn't. It's where you grab
What you're saying, like, oh, you made it on tape.
Yeah.
Anything to get me in trouble today.
So, you guys ready for your Where in the World while Ollie chews me out?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's your answer. Oh, wait, I still have merch, hats, shirts, and beautiful and hand embossed luggage tags in leather. I probably wore Tom out. He was okay Monday when I sent him home. Yeah, he survived the tour. Yeah, he is. Anyway, your Where in the World this month was. Hey, did you win before? Okay, you're back in the bag. All right, so
I guess you gotta go pick up.
I'll do a drawing. Okay, so Marina had the right answer, Ron John, but she's won already. So for our 25 off, we're gonna give that to Pat Crooks. Where's Pat? Pat. Huh? So we're gonna turn Marina back in. I'm gonna go get my bag of prizes because we forgot to do that.
Uh-huh. Oh, he's going to give, that. What did he do with,
Okay, so you're gonna have Pat.
are they both there?
Yeah.
So I don't take them again? I thought it was yours.
Okay. Okay, Ollie, if you would have Pat pick my first winner. First winner is going to get a delightful small Fort Myers mesh laundry bag for your trips that you can keep your unmentionables in. Or shelves. Who won that?
Pat Crooks.
You threw her back in?
Oh, you took it.
Yeah, right, but Pat was supposed to pick my next winner.
She did, right here. Will you stop confusing me?
Who did Pat pick? Pat picked Bob Durant. So Bob, you get a laundry minute. Now,
I didn't want to.
Ollie, you can have Bob pick the next winner.
Here's the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him hell, Ollie.
No,
He's outnumbered.
My next prize will be a Kennedy Space Center collectible photo pin of the Earth.
Oh, look.
That goes to Kay Foley. Where's Kay? Kay wins. You would have Kay pick the next winner.
I've been there once.
Oh, I'm on.
The next winner gets a box of delicious and nutritious
Oh, I want those.
peanut M&M.
Cool.
Oh, I-
If Marina gets some.
Marina. Marina gets peanut M&M. No.
Well, sure.
Here.
Oh,
Regular one.
yeah.
Screw
Terry today.
We're
it.
done.
Or Ed. All right, well, that is our travel club. Ollie and I will stick around if you have questions or you want to see the pictures from Maine. That's me and Wendy standing in front of the Starship Enterprise at the Air and Space Museum. My favorite exhibit in the world.
The 18.
Where you go? Was that too loud?
Oh, and
Yeah.
that's okay. The 2 day.
Okay, can't even, Rodney steals them again.
Oh, next month, this was one scientist all going blue, which is good for.
Where Ed said he was gonna go skinny dipping.
Yeah.
Yes, over here.
Well, one, yeah. Palm Harbor one is in November. So the other one is September. Palm Harbor. No, alright.
Yeah, but, yeah.
I wanna switch to Moby Marina. Going to house. Definitely kids.
I see. Funny thing is, I've had this. Have like a little thread on it on Facebook. All people expressing interest. Nobody's going to sign it.
That's the shutdown too, people are thinking,
Yeah.
or is that gonna happen or
Well,
now it's
that's a good
down
question.
the road, it's like.
I haven't even thought to look and see if that museum is probably that. The Naval Aviation Museum in Pensacola.
The lunch bunches are good.
Yeah, that's what I'll shut down too. Well, good God,
Behind.
27 hours sure.
Probably.
That wasn't the first one. The first one was in the second.
No, we did get priorities.
It's been one since then.
That was like 15 days.
They. Well, they're feeling.
Yeah.
Getting my.
Yeah.
You can do is call and talk to Dad.
Yeah, the lunch bunch is good. You can start out your first.
I literally got in all day yesterday to check it. There's only so much catching up when I'm doing all.
No, I know. Oh, no, it's just not a good time.
Yeah, right. It's fun to get.
I usually when you.
Oh, you got the new.
When you.
Well, you may not have the stuff on the bar.
Yeah, well, actually, that's where I step on a dike if he can't. Find out.
Yeah, step on that.
Yeah,
No, they usually.
I don't really like that part, bro.
Usually sitting.
Not either. A lot of these step on guys are just working themselves.
Right.
Keep up.
Thank you. That's what I told.
All right.
Friday.
Call
More than.
your customers and tell them to start acting like.
I know, really. No, I'll pay for that.
Okay.
I can't back the head.
It's 16, Tom Ross.
Key West.
Well,
Came in yesterday and yelled at both of them, and all of a sudden they figured out a place to Key West.
If it's chicken summers and
Went in one day. 'Cause I-
beef tapas and vegetable pie.
I don't know what they've been doing.
I don't know,
He doesn't know what it is.
eating up lunch.
He does that every day. Usually right when I'm about to go eat up lunch. I mean, they're. Maybe we'll get a happy meeting with them. And figure it out.
Yeah, but I can.
Yes, the commission read everything wrong. He does not have what.
Thank God.
But he is gonna send it to a diabetic
What is
doctor.
it?
Yeah.
So.
And you take care of it. You say you're going.
Oh,
Yeah.
Already-
That's the same.
And then we went out to the bar. Now in the bar, I wanted to that day, happily, when I did. Then I go out and run in and.
We'll have free time. Yeah, sure, I can work in this. I'll look it up. Well, everybody's got something I missed.
Now, you know, it's 2005, and I thought that whole thing, I would know what you did.
Well, just staying at that hotel is worth the whole trip. Cause that's a beautiful hotel to hang out in. It's this historic building
Yeah.
and old, old world hardwood.
But you know, my granddaughter's going up there. And I went up, about 2 weeks ago,
That's all, folks.
and my God, the story behind all that.